And game number 4 on Altasim Stronghold just started here at the ZOTAC Cup season final. And it's the final match, the final game, the final best of 3, best of 5 actually. And if Huyn wins another map, then it's all over. Then he takes the 1,200 euros for the first place home with him. If First, on the other hand, is able to win another map, then we will see the ace match between the two of them. The last and final map to decide who's going to take second and first place. At the bottom right of Altasim Stronghold, we have First, who just won his first map on King Sejong Station in the last game. Starting to the top left, we have his opponent, cross position. It is Huyn, the Huyn-believable. He was not Huyn-beatable after all in game number 3. Was very close though, but the lack of queens and therefore the lack of injects and therefore lava was a big problem for him. Did not really get rid of all of his resources. The production just wasn't there. First, therefore, able to push through with his Stalkers, wins the game in the end. Congratulations, of course, to him, but he needs to win 2 more games, 2 in a row, if he wants to be the victor here at the ZOTAC Cup season finals. Currently starting to the top left for Huyn, we would expect to see a double hatch before pool once again. Not only is this a very big map, but at the same time it's also something that Huyn has done on every single map so far, including 2-player maps. And it would be very surprised if on the 4-player map that we have here, he would suddenly decide to change his MO completely. Because even in the last game, he would have had a chance to win this game, as we already stated a little bit earlier. And of course, First himself is going into a Nexus first here, since on Altasim Stronghold it's not only about the huge distances between the bases, but also about the one position that you really have to defend 2 bases at once. So we currently have to the top left for Huyn, still no spawning pool, and as mentioned, the drone is moving out, so it's going to be the 3rd base before the spawning pool starts, as already expected. He has the timings down cold for this, and it's really quite amazing to see how Huyn is able to make this work in his favor. First, of course, knows that too, and might just try to go for an early 3rd base on his own. But for now, we have in this particular game, double gas taken by First down here. We might see the tech into the Stargate again, that he really likes to utilize there. But to the top left, we have for Huyn now, of course, not only the spawning pool, but I could see him go into a bit of a faster gas than he used in the last few games. For now, it's just like about both of them setting the pace for the game, like just setting their bases up. And of course, I mean, First scouted in every single game so far. He's gonna scout this again. Huyn scouted him too, knows what's happening there. There we go, the 3rd has already been revealed. The main base is also no mystery to First. And it's going to be a very interesting notion to see what the tech for the Protoss player is. I personally think it's going to be a Stargate, just because he has played that yesterday a lot against ZerG players. Had kind of success with the Stargate opening against Huyn in one of the last games as well. So that could be something that he's gonna try and do in this game once more. But he also executed a couple of DT builds, so he's really flexible in the openings that he has there. But let's see what it's gonna be in the end. My guess is on the Stargate right now, but I'm more than happy to be proven wrong, and something extra out of the ordinary gonna be built here. It's just like 2 bases versus 3 bases for now. The 3rd done for Huyn. No gas taken just yet. It's drones and queens. That's what's going on for him right now. And well, it is the Stargate, so okay. I was correct in that. It's gonna be the Stargate build once again. It was quite impressive to see First use his Stargate and the Phoenixes just yesterday against ZerG players and really surgically remove Overlords, drones and queens. I really loved how he was always just starting in and baiting those queens out just outside of the range of the spore crawlers that we saw there. It was really cool. If you just leave yourself open for 1 second against the Phoenix player First, you're gonna lose that game. It's crazy. Like, he is able to kill so much with so few units. But right now we had Huyn in a position where he not only played well against Phoenixes so far, building those spore crawlers with the perfect timing, but he also was not shy of committing to Mutalisks in one of the games that he played against First earlier, even though First went into a triple Stargate build then in the end. So there's quite a lot of flexibility in what Huyn does as well. And I'm curious to see if it's gonna be this fire tech for him again against what he sees there, or if he just says like, alright, for now I'm just gonna go into my Hydras and then we're gonna take it from there and trying to play that your normal game where you counter me with Colossi, I go into Vipers or into Corruptors, and then we'll see. At the top, we have a little bit of harass going on there. The Zerglings in the main base are first doing some damage. The Queen here is exposed and needs to run away. Nice, the drones are going in. Oh my god, the Queen! Oh, it dies in the end, and the hatchery, well, the mothership core survives. And that means that he's gonna lose quite a few hamsters here. He already lost, let's see, 6 in total to this. He's gonna lose a 7th. That mothership core has 6 kills there. The Queen can take down the mothership core in the end. It's not gonna escape this time. So in terms of resources lost, if you look at this, the Zerg still lost a little bit more than his opponent, but it is currently 56 harvesters against 46. One thing that is lacking are the spore crawlers, and the phoenixes are already moving cross map. A third base is being built by first. A third base is on the way with a nexus right here. So the spore crawlers are of course now being put into the game, but the first queen already being attacked. And of course you need 2 lifts with 3 phoenixes to kill a queen, but that's the energy that he can definitely spare. And bye bye queen number 1. It was nice to know you. RIP! And moving in to take down maybe a harvester or 2. Not just yet, just skirting the outer edges of the creep, trying to find if he can kill another creep. And didn't I tell you earlier, if you move away with a queen just for a second, he's gonna punish you, and that's what we're seeing here. Huyn is losing a 2nd queen against his opponent. The Zerglings over there could not do anything against the 3rd base. We already have a cannon in position to just intercept that. The main base being attacked now as well. Queens everywhere. And, well, he might get this one too. Moves away with one of the phoenixes. Gets it, and, well, the queen is down. He could lift another one. Phoenix down, and there we go. Queen number 4 is going to be killed as well. Zergling streaming cross map. First suddenly really pulling the moves here. He's absolutely going for it. And it looks like Huyn wants to go for a little bit of counter-aggression with those few links that he has there. I don't really see that happening against the mothership core that has 106 energy already. Moving up into this particular base. There's not even a force field needed. Going straight for that 3rd. Look at those zealots, how well they are fanned out here. Huyn is not gonna gain any ground here, and he knows it by now. The Phoenix is still doing damage. Queens killed. 8 queens lost. You gotta be shitting me. 8 queens have been lost. Well, we saw at least 3 going down over here. 2 additional ones over there. So he lost 8 queens. That is kind of insane in itself. A 4th and a 5th base are currently being built by Huyn. He's just macroing it up like a demigod. But first had a great start into this game now. So we see him with a spy attack. And this is going to be a very, very fun game. What Huyn is currently trying to do again is just like get the additional gas, go up to 10 gas, and then completely overwhelm force the air force that first has with his own units. Another queen is going down here. Nice micro on the phoenixes. Doesn't get the last one. He didn't have the energy at the point in time. And he needs, of course, 2 lifts against this one. Not going to make that work for now, at least. But the infestation pit is now also being built for Huyn right away. And that means that he might not really just simply go for the tech that we saw him use in one of the games in the best of 3 that he played today against First already. But that might change things up a little bit. But as I said, gases are already taken. And to the bottom right, we have still a pretty decent army for First, and also the range upgrade started. The 2nd Colossus is not in the game yet, but it looks more and more like First just says like, you know what, dude, I'm gonna take you down right now, because you don't have anything, and I know it. 2,000 minerals and 1,200 gas could go into Mutalisks right now, and he's going for it. 10 Mutalisks are being built. Let's see if he will have those out in time. We have a 2nd Stargate being produced, and a Fleet Beacon also, for First. But for now, he doesn't have too much on here. Another queen goes down. That's going to be queen number 10. 10 queens lost in this game. Oh boy. The ground units are moving in. It's not a lot of anti if you think about it. Not a lot of anti-air at all. He can kill those sentries in a second. He will be able to take the stalkers down too. The only thing that we have in terms of anti-air are basically the phoenixes. And do the Mutalisks really make this work for now? Double Stargate is being built. He needs to win this fight at this point. He goes straight for the mothership core, takes that down, tries to go for the rest of the army, kills those few sentries, but the Mutalisks, there are just not enough of them, and the ground army of First is way too strong. 89 army supply against 57. This is not looking pretty for Huyn, not at all. First is kind of doubling his army supply. And this is exactly what we talked about earlier, what I said already, what he did yesterday. just the way that he uses those Phoenixes. Think about how much damage the Phoenixes dealt to him. Now we have Zealots everywhere, taking down the base here at the third, taking down the army, going toe-to-toe with those Mutalisks. But now the anti-air is actually quite small, so he might be able to take down those few Colossi after all. The problem for him just being that the rest of the ground army is currently taking him apart. We have another set of units walking over towards the base at the top. We have those units still. Yeah, the Zealot takes down this base easy peasy, even though it's being attacked by a few Zerglings. The rest of the ground army is struggling, but another round of warp-ins with Stalkers solved that problem for him, at least for now. And if he can kill this base right over here, which he will if he just moves in, then he will have limited Huyn to 2 bases against 3. So a great position here for first. Resources lost 10,000 against 5,000, nearly 11,000 against 5,000. And Huyn is really struggling here. He's really having a big problem, and it's called Protoss, it's called first. It is the Korean Protoss player that is giving him quite some trouble here. Another attempted base over there to the left side, so Huyn is macroing it up behind this and trying to keep his chances alive, but the Mutalisks, they just don't stand a chance any longer. GG and game. First ties the series up and forces game number 5. He forces the ace match.